then another super high note. I'm pretty sure that's an F. Wow. Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got another music video reaction / review coming at you today. This time it is for Love Equation by VIXX, and this is a remake or a cover song, so that's definitely something interesting to try. I'm a big fan of VIXX. They've had really great music in the past, so I'm looking forward to this one. Let's jump in and check it out.
사랑의 결말은 이별 그와 동시에 눈물을 흘려 없으면서 단비도 내리고 또 뻔한 이별의 공식을 성립하죠. Let's go! Yeah! Love is incomplete The story of love vacation
이별 장면에선 항상 비가 오지 열대우림 기후 속에 살고 있나
There's no low end here.
또 추억은 웬일부터 다녀 무슨 공식이야 떠난 그 사람을 계속 그리면서 눈물 흐르지만 행복 빌어준대 그런 전사표가 요즘 어디 있어 설마 옛날에도 말만 그랬겠지
The bass line is awesome.
여기까지가 끝인가 멍멍 억쯤에 있어 날리고 어정쩡하게 펑펑하고 나서 쿨레 풍기며 go 같은 데 달라줘요 못하는 매한 슬픈 짓 속에
Listen to the synth chords in the background.
되려 후련할지도 모르니 동파
햇빛 눈이 부신 날에 이별해봤니 비오는 날보다 더 심해 작은 표정까지 숨길 수가 없잖아 그댄 이별 노래들로 표현이 안 돼 너를 잃어버린 내 느낌은 그런데 들으면 왜 눈물이 날까 널 떠나 돌아가는 발걸음이 무거울까
맘 편히 달려가서 TV를 켜고 웃진 않을까
그 생각을 잠시도 하지 않고 자면 안 될까
그런 사랑이 뚝딱 만들어지지는 않아 잘 가요 안녕
햇빛 눈이 부신 날에 이별해봤니 비오는 날보다 더 심해 작은 표정까지 숨길 수가 없잖아 그댄 이별 노래들로 표현이 안 돼 너를 잃어버린 내 느낌은 그런데 들으면 왜 눈물이 날까 이제 뻔한 눈물을 흘리지는 마 끝이 꼭 슬픈 건 아냐 남들과 다른 나만의 감정 이별 앞에서 나를 봐
Look at me girl
햇빛 눈이 부신 날에 이별해봤니 비오는 날보다 더 심해 작은 표정까지 숨길 수가 없잖아 그댄 이별 노래들로 표현이 안 돼 너를 잃어버린 내 느낌은 그런데 들으면 왜 눈물이 날까 그댄 이별 노래들로 표현이 안 돼 너를 잃어버린 내 느낌은 그런데 들으면 왜 눈물이 날까
You know no more time
Okay, that was really cool, and to be totally honest, I've started to expect super scary, super intense, you know, like haunting, action film type song music videos, you know, On and On, Hide, Voodoo Doll, Air even, you know, really intense, serious stuff. Some of them were more like a blockbuster movie, some of them were more like a horror film, but this is really cool to see VIXX doing a different style of music really well. And the thing about this song, it almost turns into like a really cliched and corny OST type song from some drama, but it like never quite crosses that line. They keep it kind of fun and light, but it never crosses over to be goofy or totally sappy or like a caricature of itself. And I think the reason why that is the absolutely fantastic production, the really cool synthesizer parts. Some of the chording going on there is kind of complex. It's got some tension building in it. And the fact that they drop out the low end completely. There's like no bass, there's no kick, nothing. It's just high end for parts of the song, and it kind of serves to bring the energy just like down and focused in on the vocals. And then it really takes off for the choruses and the bridge. There's like really cool movement, and the song always feels like it's leading somewhere. And of course, VIXX's vocals, you know, these guys can sing anything. They could sing shiny songs, they could sing Super Junior songs. They're definitely on the same level with some of the best vocal groups in K-pop. And although this song isn't probably the most vocally challenging song they've ever done, actually I'm sure it's not, they were still able to feature the rap vocals and the singing vocals really well. And then there was that crazy high note, I think it happened twice in the song. And anyway, I want to hear it again, so let's jump back in and analyze this. It starts off really ethereal, painting soundscapes with really cool, rich sounding synthesizers. I like that. I don't mind starting off with the rap in this case. They made it work for the song. See, they use it as kind of an intro. And then they have a first verse kind of after it. But listen here, there's no low end. There's nothing. And the cool bass, funky bass line comes in here. If you listen carefully, there's some really cool stuff going on with the bass. Got those 90s stabs. Hear the synth part. I'm gonna pause it here. Listen in the background here during this part to what the synthesizer's doing along with the bass. It's kind of broken up, it's more percussive, it's not playing constant stuff, but it's creating a ton of tension and just adding interest and excitement to the track. Listen to this. The bass is just going crazy all over the place. This is kind of that classic, like, slightly cliched sounding chord progression and melody that you hear a lot in soundtrack songs. But they managed to do it in a way that wasn't just like, oh, another one of those. They gave it kind of its own thing. That little motif there at the end is used a lot. And then they pulled everything back. Just got some kind of some acoustic sounds going on. And then the bass comes back in. What was that? That was insane. What is that? That sound... Is that like an F? That sounds like an F to me. A high F over high C. Somebody check me on that. But, wow, that's insanely high. That's like Sammy Hagar type range. I think we all know that VIXX can sing, but that's like mind-blowingly out of the stratosphere type of stuff. So, let's keep going. Hear how there's like some tension created with those synth parts? The melody's kind of classic, predictable a little bit. Especially that little motif there that Leo sung. And this part. That turn is really predictable and used a lot. But the background synth kind of keeps it interesting by adding tension. This part was great. I love this bridge. I'm gonna stop it here. The only thing I would have liked is if Leo held that note a little bit longer. He's done that in some previous songs, especially live. But the thing I want you guys to notice, listen for the backing vocals behind his build-up part to that big note. Coming up here. It's just adding a lot of richness and coolness. Then another super high note. I'm pretty sure that's an F. Wow. And the amount of vocal skill and talent in this group is just crazy. Anything they're singing is going to sound great. Listen for the bass to be kind of all over the place. They're moving around with it. And I really like how they kind of end every phrase with that da 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 rhythm. It's just something that was kind of exciting and helped it transition into the next part of the song. So overall, I really liked this song. I thought it was a solid release from VIXX. The vocals were a little bit more tame than usual throughout a lot of it, but of course there were some cool rapping parts with some really great rhythms, and then that crazy high note, and then of course the big note by Leo in the bridge too. So there was definitely enough there to keep us interested while not being as intense as like Voodoo Doll. I like that they did a remake or a cover. That was definitely something a little bit different for VIXX to try, but I'm glad they did. I just thought this song was extremely well produced, awesome synthesizers. They utilized the stereo field really, really well. At times the song is extremely wide, and it sounds like you're swimming through sounds or something, and it just sounds really huge. And they created a lot of dynamics or drama within the song by doing things like completely removing the bass line at times, and then having a super involved bass line at other times. You know, it just kind of gives the song some cool movement and keeps your interest. And like I already mentioned a whole bunch of times, the synthesizers and the chord structure and what they were doing and the rhythms they were playing were really great, and that's just something that my ear tends to gravitate towards, so I like that a lot. So good job, VIXX. I'm looking forward to hearing this on the music shows, and I really want to hear that giant high note live. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction/review. Please like, comment, subscribe, share it to Facebook, share it to forums. All that stuff really helps us out, and I'll see you guys next time.